No.
And what's going to happen soon?
My dad's going to finish.
Woohoo! Are you going to run the Iditarod someday?
Yes.
Are you really?
Yes.
Well, I'll keep this just in case you do.
Oops, sorry. Hello, Pete.
Hey, son. Yes.
I missed you. Can I have an icy smooch? Can I have an icy smooch?
Delayering a bit. He's opening his bag. Oh, and he's bringing out a dog.
Yeah, we'll check you in here. Checker, we're ready.
You have your mic? Ready to check? Call out the items and then you can check. All right, we're going to be checking Peter in, and we'll call out items and you can show the checker.
Pet diary.
Vet book. Thank you. We have his vet book that he carried across the trail.
Sleeping bag.
And the
promotional
mail.
Material.
Tell us louder.
What else do you need?
Issues, promotional packet.
Very good. He's got all his items required. He's now signing off on and officially off the trail. Peter Kaiser is 9th.
Thank you.
His time was 8 days, 23 hours, 5 seconds, 5 minutes, and 39 seconds. Congratulations, Peter.
We have our listeners on the line for KYUK in Bethel. Would you like to say anything to them?
Just glad to be here, and thanks to everybody for following along back home.
And you have quite a few veteran dogs in your pack today. Can you explain how they've been doing so far on the trail? And
Yeah, I actually ended up dropping a lot of the veteran dogs and finished with some nice young 2-year-old dogs that I didn't know how they were going to do, but a lot of them made it here, and that was kind of the silver lining in this trip, was how well the young dogs did. But we had some issues and some ups and downs, but we worked through them the best we could to get here the way we did, so I'm happy with that.
and Ali Zirkle mentioned when she came in that she was looking behind her, hoping that you guys would race into the finish.
I'm sure she wasn't hoping for that. I mean, it's always, you can always expect challenges and issues out there, and I guess it really comes down to how well you deal with them. So I don't know, with the issues that were dealt to us, I don't know if we really could have done much better than we did. So it's a little disappointing, but with the fact that we got here as fast as I think we could with the issues that we had, I'm happy with that. So.
What were your challenges this year?
Oh, it's just some sick dogs, and then just some fluky injuries and stuff. Some for key dogs that, you know, they happen. It's not something that doesn't happen, but it's just something you hope that doesn't happen. So overall, it's always good to be here, despite everything. So I'm glad we made it.
We've seen a particularly fast race this year. Anything that you think is attributed to the speed we've seen in this year's Iditarod?
I think, you know, the training and the dogs and everything has just got so much better, and the trail this year, I mean, there was some slow sections, but overall I think it was a really good trail. So it's just an evolving sport every year, and you know, there's those guys up front that are pushing the envelope every year and getting better and better and better at this, and you're seeing faster dog teams and they look more amazing than ever. And yeah, I mean, 9th place in under 9 days, it's crazy. So yeah, it's cool to see it evolving so rapidly.
Any standout moments of this year's Iditarod for you? Anything memorable?
I mean, it's all memorable, you know, but you just kind of gotta think it all over. It's hard to really process it all when you're in the race. It's so fast-paced, and you don't have a lot of time to think about that kind of stuff. You're so busy taking care of the dogs and taking care of yourself, and it just moves from one step to the next. So it's nice here in the next week or two we'll have a chance to think some of that stuff over. But yeah, there was definitely enjoyable times. Some of the scenery was beautiful, and you know, besides a couple days of extra cold at the beginning, which really wasn't too bad, I thought the weather was excellent. So we can be happy for a lot of that.
With the weather not being a challenge, what was a bigger challenge? Oftentimes this weather's the big deal, and it wasn't that the case this year. So what was the bigger challenge?
I guess when you have good weather, it doesn't really limit the good teams, and the teams that are doing well, they can just fly. It gives one less thing to slow people down. So the challenge is keeping up with people having a great race on a good trail, and it's, you know, if you have any issues, you can't keep up with teams like that. So you got to have a pretty much a flawless race and a really good dog team and a really good plan to win this thing. So we're still trying to figure that out.
Right, and none of these races are ever the same.
No.
So it's really hard to plan for it, isn't it?
They're all different, and they're all challenging, and I mean, from what I've found now in 8 races, they don't really get any easier. It's just different challenges every time. So, I mean, you kind of get a little bit used to the feeling, but still, you know, we only do this once a year, so 11 months is long enough to forget how hard it is sometimes to roll off the cot at 4 a.m. when it's 50 below and go out and booty your dogs again. So, but yeah, like I said, I'm just glad to be here.
Dogs did nice. You happy with them?
Yeah, these ones that are here did awesome, and I really had to find some new leaders in this group after dropping a few that I usually lean on, and I didn't really know how it was going to play out, but they did awesome, and couldn't be happier with them getting me here. It's not really their job to be up front at the end of this race, and they did it, and it's pretty neat.
And who were they?
Morrow is one of them, and she just rarely runs lead, but she pulled it out. And Stella's the other one. She's more of a leader that I use often, but usually not towards the end of races. So they both kind of had to step up for this, and they did it, so it was good.
Can you talk about the competition this year and how your expectations for the competition sort of met the reality once you were out there?
Yeah, I mean, as far as who placed where and stuff.
Yeah, just in terms of like I guess the speed and just, was this what you were expecting?
I mean, I was expecting with the right weather and the right trail that the record was very vulnerable to get broken again. So, and I don't really particularly even know what Mitch did exactly because I didn't have time to keep track, and I was far enough behind him where I never really saw him. But it sounds like he had an amazing run, and the guys behind him also had amazing runs. So, I mean, yeah, I'm not really surprised at how it played out. It's there's a lot of good dog teams, and everybody's getting better at this every year.
What's next for you now that you're in Nome?
Eat, sleep, and probably have a beer or two.
Welcome to Nome, Pete Kaiser.
All right, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
2, 3.
Go Team Kaiser!